Boys and girls, Happy New Year! This is January 9th, 2021. Welcome to our new year and welcome to our first story time of the year. This month we're going to be talking about hobbies. And that could be anything from playing in the park, maybe making jewelry, playing baseball, playing kickball, all kinds of hobbies you can have. And today we're going to be reading a story about a little boy, Fred, who decides that he's going to have a hobby of painting, but he doesn't know it at the beginning because he doesn't think he can paint. And he has a brain freeze. He said, I just can't paint. What does my teacher mean by asking me to paint? I can't do that. And in the end, he ends up really loving to paint. So let's talk about our story for the day. The name of it is The Class Artist, and it is by G. Brian Carras. And we want you to read along and enjoy the story and find out what happens to Fred. Remember, he doesn't think he can paint at all, but in the end he can. Let's read along, shall we? It's going to have a good ending. The first day of school wasn't Fred's best day. I wish I could draw, said Fred when he got home. Everybody says I can't even draw a straight line. Who's everyone? Asked his sister Martha. Francis, said Fred. It's easy, said Martha. I'll show you how. Let's make pilgrims. First you draw a circle, and then you draw their hair. Fred caught on quickly. See, I told you it was easy, said Martha. It is easy, said Fred. Drawing became Fred's favorite thing to do. But then one Monday... Boys and girls, said the teacher, you have an entire week for your next art project. You can make anything you want, and at the end of the week, you will have a chance to share your work with the class. Wow! What are you going to draw? I'm going to draw clouds that look like flowers. An entire week, and they can make anything they wanted. I'm going to draw my dog doing tricks. I'm going to draw a big building. Everybody got right to work. What are you going to draw? More pilgrims? Asked Francis. Fred didn't hear her. He was thinking hard. I'm going to make a teepee, but not just a drawing of a teepee. I'm going to make a real teepee, big enough to sit in with paintings on the walls. And I'm not telling anyone what I'm going to do. My project will be a big secret. May I have extra large sheets of paper? Fred asked the teacher. He found an unoccupied corner where he could be left alone. Frances raised her hand. Fred is being sneaky. Fred soon found out that he didn't know how to make his teepee. He didn't know how to curve the paper to make the teepee look real. He didn't know how to cut the paper or where to glue or how to make it stand up. But he still had lots of time to work it out. Tuesday. My drawing is of my brother and sister getting in trouble. Look at my drawing of a big truck. No one could wait until sharing time at the end of the week, except Fred. Look at my drawing of when I got stuck up in the tree. Let's see your drawing, Fred, said Francis. Top secret, said Fred. Wednesday. But the week was getting by, and Fred still couldn't figure out how to make his teepee. I can't ask the teacher for help, he thought. I can't ask anyone for help, even Martha. That will spoil the big surprise at the end of the week. Thursday. But the end of the week was tomorrow. Fred was almost out of time. He walked home from school and thought as hard as he could about how to make his teepee. He could still do it. He would do it. Friday. Okay, girls and boys, said the teacher. Let's take out our work for all to see. It was sharing time, and Fred had nothing to share. Why do you keep clearing your throat? Francis asked Fred. Why do you keep feeling your heartbeat? The teacher was getting close. Fred quickly drew a little teepee on a piece of white paper and cut it out. Maybe no one will notice its small size. It looks kind of okay. The teacher came up to Fred and looked at his little teepee. She held it up. Is this the best you could do after an entire week? She asked him with surprise. Fred thought about telling her all about his big plan for his big teepee, but he knew it wouldn't do any good. I give up on being an artist. When it was circle time, Fred didn't sit in the circle. He sat alone and stared at his teepee. Why don't you join us in the circle? Asked his teacher. I don't feel so well, Fred mumbled back. She said, why don't you draw a picture of how you feel? That would be easy, thought Fred. He got one of those big sheets of paper and drew a black cloud. It looked like smoke. It gave him an idea. Fred glued his teepee next to the black cloud. It looks like my teepee is on fire. Good, he thought. But it didn't feel good to Fred. He liked his teepee. He had worked so hard on his teepee all week, and now it made him sad to see it go up in smoke. Fred got to work. Fine job, Fred. Wow, said Francis. I wish I could draw like you. Thanks, said Fred. I'm helping to put out the fire. Fred is a hero. Fred's teepee is saved. Me too. Yay! Those buffaloes are so cute. Look at that picture. And that was the beginning of Fred's career as class artist. Can you sign my picture? Fred, the class artist. Well, boys and girls, I hope you've enjoyed reading our story today about the class artist. You know, when we first started the story, Fred was having a brain freeze, wasn't he? He was supposed to be drawing something for his class, a class project. Everyone was supposed to be painting a picture, and he just went blank. He couldn't. He said, I can't do this. I can't do this. But in the end, he came through with flying colors, and he painted the best pictures of all. And even his little friend at the end said, oh, I wish that I could paint as well as you, Fred. So you see, you never know what you can do until you really, really try. So it ended up that Fred had this hobby of painting for the rest of his life. Maybe you have some hobbies too. We have some books about different hobbies around. We have people who like to fly kites. We have a story about models. Many boys and girls like to build things. It might be a truck, a car, a train. It might be a cradle. It might be a box. Who knows? You can make all kinds of things. Here we have, in case you like pets and reptiles and amphibians, you can even get books on how to take care of them. And that's a wonderful hobby, but you have to be very responsible and make sure that they're fed and watered and well taken care of. Now, we have another book about, look at this, about skateboarding. Oh my goodness, how many of you have been skateboarding before? Well, you might want to, maybe an older brother or sister might want to teach you how to skateboard, or maybe you got a skateboard for Christmas. Now this is another one. We have a lot of young boys and girls who take up the hobby of Taekwondo. In fact, I think there may be some classes around Walterboro. So there are different hobbies that we can pursue and that we can begin. And also our class artists, remember we were talking about painting. We happen to have a book in the Colleton County Library that's about painting. Just different ways of painting, whether it's with bright colors, pastel colors, black and white, just all kinds of ways to draw and paint. So we have all these wonderful resources for you at the Colleton County Library and here in Cottageville, and we want you to come and see us and check some of these books out. Remember, we still have curbside service if you prefer, or you can come in. We'd be loving to see you again. So we're open on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 8 and Saturdays from 10 until 5. So we look forward to seeing you again, boys and girls, very, very soon. And remember, read, read, read.